What's up, y'all? It's your girl Naya, and I'm back with another video. Let's talk about it. Relationships are challenging but also healing. Come on now. If you're really in a relationship with somebody that you consider, hey, this is somebody that I actually want to be with, they consider you as somebody that they want to be with, it is going to be a challenge. Whether it's friendships, platonic or romantic relationships, if it's business partnerships, it is not easy to maintain relationships because everybody has different things that they like. Everybody has different objectives. Everybody has different perspectives. Everybody has something that's different from what you have. So of course it's going to be a challenge. Of course it's going to be uncomfortable, especially if you are not used to things being different. If you've never been challenged before in a relationship, this is something that is not easy at all. This shit is not easy. Compromising is not easy. Putting the bullshit to the side and getting to the point of the real shit is not easy. Being open-minded to other people's perspectives and validating their feelings and also knowing how to problem solve instead of being the problem and expecting people to solve it. Like, come on now. Come on now. Y'all don't even know what I've been through. Like, y'all don't know. But I'm here to share it. I'm here to share my insight, my wisdom, my knowledge that I gained on this long experience of relationships. And I say long, I say long. Being vulnerable is one of the top things that became a challenge. Especially somebody being closed off and who has been open to the wrong people. And what did they do with that information? What did they do with that vulnerability? They took it, they ran with it, they smeared it all on the internet, they did what they wanted with it, they told these people, they told that person all about it. Now your name going around everywhere. Now people got a bad taste in their mouth about you. Now your reputation's ruined. I've had that experience many times before. And it's not easy to get out of that drama-filled lifestyle and get into something that's more peaceful and still have to do those same things you did with the people who fucked you over. You still got to be vulnerable. You still got to be honest. You still got to be loyal. You still got to be trustworthy. You still have to be able to say that you can actually bring forth something to the table and stand on that. But what I will tell you is that it's very much so necessary. And to be honest about how you truly feel is so important. And I'm stressing this so much. It is so important to have emotional maturity, to be able to go through tough conversations and actually speak and talk and vocalize and actually communicate with each other outside of the nagging and the bullshit. And well, nigga, you did this. Well, how you did this and you did that and it made me feel like this. Well, how about when you did this and how about when you did that? It is so challenging to get out of that old mentality, that old programming, and get into something that's more mature and that is more considerate of everybody else who is involved in this relationship, in this partnership, in this business opportunity. However it is, it requires you to work as a team. Teamwork is so fucking important in relationships. If you don't know how to work well with others, then you're going to fail every single time. You have to know how to work well with other people. You have to know when it's time for me to bring shit to the table and actually confront something head on, when it's time for me to sit back and listen, when it's time for me to give my perspective, to hold it, when it's time for me to actually let people and hold space for people to vent and let them tell me where I did wrong and take constructive criticism and know how to problem solve and know how to build myself up as a character and not bring other people down because I feel like I'm being brought down. Like, that type of maturity level, it is a challenge to get there. It is not easy. This shit doesn't happen overnight either. It takes a lot of fucking motivation, a lot of purpose, a lot of dedication, a lot of getting around the right people to tell you the shit that you need to hear. Not what you want to hear, but the shit that you need to hear. You need those people around you who are going to give you that other perspective. You need people around you who are going to encourage you, who are going to build you up and who are going to push you in the right direction towards staying in that relationship. They're going to help you through the tough times in that relationship. They're going to hold you accountable. They're going to hold the other person accountable too. They're going to make sure that both feelings are validated in the situation. They're going to make sure that you're not dismissing somebody or they're not dismissing you. It is all about fucking coexisting with each other and being a team. Y'all are both on the same side. Y'all are both trying to get to the same goal. There is no need for y'all to be going at each other's head or biting each other's head off about the common goal. Doesn't matter how he does it. Doesn't matter how you do it. It's about whether or not y'all can do this shit together. That is the challenge. It is not easy to do shit together with somebody when you've never had somebody work well with you. When you have never been compatible with somebody. It takes a lot of patience too. We get so used to wanting people to do things on our time and when we want it done. But you have to consider that not everybody runs on your time. Not everybody does things when you want them to do them. And not everybody is going to move at the pace that you want them to move at. Especially if you don't got something that they won't. If you don't have something that they want, of course they're not going to do something when you want them to do it. Of course they're not going to consider how you feel. Of course they're not going to take on your insight or your perspective on a situation. They're just going to look at you like, who do you think you are? On to the next. And those type of people are here for a short time, not a long time. And those are the lessons that are needed to learn to better yourself and to pick better. I will also say that in relationships, especially when it comes to sex, when it comes to building romance and just trying to figure out the flow and the vibe and the wave of how our relationship goes, it is definitely a challenge to communicate. Like, come on now. It definitely is. Because sometimes it gets frustrating. Like, this person thinks that they're trying to control me. I feel like I'm being controlled. No, baby, it's about compromising. It's about, are you willing to let go of some old shit so that you can bring in and make room for some new shit? It's not just about, I want you to fall in line and I want you to act straight and I want you to act right by me. No. I need you to compromise because I'm already at my maximum with you right here. Can you compromise some of the bullshit, which is obvious bullshit that you have in your life, to make room for this new shit that I'm bringing to the table? That's all that it requires to communicate. And sometimes that is hard to communicate when we're always reactive, when we're always in our emotions, when we're always wanting somebody to validate how we feel without understanding how we feel first. We're not even getting to the point where we're actually sitting down and reflecting on why I feel this way, or why am I having these triggers, or where this shit is originating from. You just automatically, well, this is how I feel. Like it or leave it. That doesn't give nobody enough room to actually get an understanding of you, get an understanding of your mind, getting an understanding of how you process things. This is the type of vulnerability that you have to bring to the table in order for the relationship to work. Showing somebody how your brain works. Showing somebody how, hey, this is how the situation happened. This is how it went through my fucking mind. This is what triggered me. This is what came up for me. And on the opposite end, you have to be willing to listen and validate their feelings and learn when it's your time to share your emotions and when it's their time to share theirs. Two different conversations happening. At one time, you can't solve anything. There's a lot of maturity. Like, oh, so much maturity. And every day is a day to learn. Every day is a learning process. It's all about just taking it one day at a time, because that's all you can do. Today, you're going to focus on this. Tomorrow, you're going to focus on this. On the next day, we're going to focus on this. On this day, we're going to focus on this. Even if it's not even on a scheduled thing, you're taking it one step at a time, and you're not allowing old scenarios or old situations to flow into the new day and to flow into new situations and to bring this from the past into the present and then also speak on that shit in the future too. Like, no, that is not how you reciprocate healthy energy for a healthy relationship, for it to be stable and healing Keyword, healing. That means we're letting go of old toxic behaviors. We're letting go of old habitual behaviors and patterns that continue to come up because of the way that we was raised, the way that we were programmed, and the way that our environment influenced us. We have to get rid of those things. And in a healing and healthy relationship, we are always pushing one another to be better, to actually sit down and reflect, to actually sit down and apologize and take accountability. Like, you start to get into that motion where you're doing that in a relationship. By the time y'all get accustomed to doing this shit, it becomes a fucking breeze, and it becomes easy to sit down and have conversations and to be vulnerable with each other and to be open and to be honest and to hold each other accountable and to correct each other and to let each other know, hey, this is how I feel and this is how things went, and I don't really agree with you and you don't really agree with me, but we understand each other and we can move forward and we can keep doing things and we can keep being friends and keep doing. If you cannot do that, and I tell you, the relationships will fail every single time. Every single time, the relationships will fail, and you will start to look at people like they're the issue, when really it's you. It has always been you. What you're attracted to on the inner level, on the inside. I'm not talking about, the things that you see and that you like and that this is shiny, I like this, that's pretty, I like that, his face, her face, her hair, all of these things on the outside. No, not the surface level things. I'm talking about internally, the things that you continue to tolerate back to back to back to back to back to back to back. You keep tolerating drama, you're attracted to drama. As much as you want to say that you don't like it, you actually do like it. Because every situation you have been in has been nothing but drama. Oh, you say you don't like these type of men that do X, Y, and Z, but baby, that's all you're attracting. So something on the inside is telling you that you actually do like that shit. You're just in denial. Another thing that is challenging in relationships, I would say the additional family that's added on when you get into a relationship. Yes, dealing with them and their people and them dealing with you and your people, that shit is a challenge, okay? Especially if their family is very toxic. It is something that becomes a challenge because it is not your person that is triggering you. It's their people that haven't matured, that haven't grew up, that haven't taken the time to reflect and get rid of and come out of old habits. It's them that continue to stay in the cycle of toxicity that leaks into your relationship through that one person. And this is where privacy in relationships come into play. This is where you really have to learn how to be around people and manage yourself and manage your emotions. This is where that shit comes into play too. This is where you have to be very mature to understand like that is them. None of that shit has to do with me. None of the way that they feel, they perceive, none of their perspectives or how none of their shit has anything to do with me personally or on any type of level. And that you know you can distance yourself from them, because I understand that some relationships might feel like, because I'm with this person I have to, be acceptable to their family and I have to accept their family and make sure that their family likes me. No, the fuck you don't. Your family don't have to like nothing about them or nothing about you in order for y'all to be in a relationship with each other. Not giving the time and energy into what other people have to say about your energy will save you so much fucking mental stress, will save you so much time, so much energy, so much fucking breath. You don't have to say a goddamn word. Just move how you move and do what you do and watch. They already gonna be mad at you. There's a gray line with that. There's a silver lining with that. Especially if you have already communicated that this is something that you want. You want to be in a relationship with this person. This is the lifestyle that y'all want to build together. You have already shared so many fucking pictures and posts and all types of love letters and all types of shit. I understand. Sometimes we get a little too excited in the moment and we just do it. But there's a difference between that and coming from a space of being genuine and actually doing this shit because your intention is to build with this person. When you are moving on that vibration and on that frequency of I'm doing what I'm doing because I want to build with them, not because I'm just doing this to cope with what's going on right now, but I'm doing this because I want to actually have a relationship with this person. What other people say doesn't fucking matter if they're not a reflection of your inner. If on the inside you need help, advice, motivation to get through a relationship that you really want to be in, and that this person may fucked up a couple of times, but I wasn't perfect either. I did this, I said that, I also went down this road and went that low and ended up bringing up some old shit and did this as well, and he did this and I did this and he did that. If it is something that is a continuous thing like that, but deep down inside y'all still want to make it work and do it, go get some help. Go get some therapy. I highly recommend it. Because there's too many relationships nowadays that are just ending over toxicity from both ends. I'm not just talking about that one-sided toxicity and they're the ones that are being toxic and you have been nothing but genuine. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where y'all both have been toxic to each other in all types of occasions and situations. Baby, that's your divine counterpart. What you talking about? You want to get rid of them. They're a divine reflection of you. What are you talking about? I bet you if you start getting on your shit, they'll get on your shit, their shit too. Like, come on now. Some people just miss it because they're so programmed by the way they was raised, by their environment, and by their early life experiences that this is not good for me because they're not doing what I want them to do. But I'm not doing a fuck thing of what they want me to do because I don't think I need to. Oh, really? That's what you said? Well, big sis, yeah, your fairy god sis, your fucking internet wifey, the motherfucking high priestess, the magician, the emperor, the motherfucking starseed, truth teller, truth speaker, seeker, reader, empath, however you want to fucking say it. This real ass bitch right here is here to tell you. Oh yeah, and my wet Atushi right here. We're here to tell you that if you need any relationship advice, just go ahead and head over to my link tree to book an appointment with me. We can talk about, there's that confirmation again, we can talk about anything: relationships, emotional maturity, financial discipline, stability in life, going on your spiritual journey and figuring out who you are. Like, let me know. Head over to my link tree, hit the book an appointment, click on the sessions. Now mind you that there will be a 30-minute conference call to get an understanding of what it is that you want to talk about, or there will be a brief text in response on what it is that we are going to discover and touch on and also unfold before the whole business starts. Okay? Because it's some deep shit. And me being a generational curse breaker, this shit takes time too. And time is money. Because we don't got time to sit here and waste on things that are not fulfilling, things that you're not actually going to work towards, or things that you're not actually going to put the time and energy into changing. If you need any assistance on goals, managing how to accomplish them, how to get on the right path of your business and entrepreneurship, oh baby, let me know. I'm here as your big sis, as your wifey. I'm here for you. Okay? And to close up this video, I just want to say that in the midst of all of the fuck shit going on, you are capable of changing and attracting exactly what it is that you want and you deserve. Because we can feel like we deserve something, but is it truly something that we want? If you also need help on manifestations, manifesting your reality, let me know. Call me. Link is in the bio. You know what to do. Relationships are challenging, but they're healing when they're with the right person. Do you know how good it feels to be submissive as a woman? Do you know how it feels to be submissive in a relationship with a man who loves to provide? Baby! But I'm gonna save that shit for another video. Okay? I love you guys. And I'll see y'all in the next one.